What is one thing right now, and again, this is going to require you to live by the code, to be real, to get raw, to make it relevant, with the ruthless commitment to results. I'm going to teach you this acronym that I call D.A.W.G, so you can learn how to access, activate, access, so you can put it into action.
Good morning, welcome back. This is the Game Changer podcast.
Today, we go to creator. I need you to go all in. Right, the first 2 days is to lay this foundation of principles and protocols to help you see, hey, this is possible. I'm hearing like Jack or Jason or Vandana or Lacey or Espinosa. I'm hearing people on the stage talk about these things, these transformations. And you're starting to see, okay, could I do that? Could I really go and get closer to my spouse? Could we really let go of the past and forgive and heal and be more connected? Are you telling me, Setema, that I could take my business where it's at and have freedom? And I'm telling you the answer is 100% yes. Today, we're going to teach you how to go create your life. Create the life that you want, create the results that you want, create the experience of the life that you want to have. So with that said, who's all in? Say, I'm all in. Say, I'm ready to go. And I need someone from backstage to bring my laptop that is plugged in back. So before we get the laptop here, if I can get someone to bring the laptop, that'd be great. All right. Yesterday I talked about what it means to be a dog. I want you to write down this word, D.A.W.G, dog. Woo, woo, woo. Some of you guys are like, I'm not barking. And I'm like, don't bark, because you're going to sound like a little chihuahua. So, people are like, okay, Setema, I get the concept of a dog, and I get this Mamba mentality, and that sounds like it's really great for sports. But how do you apply being a dog, this mentality or this mindset in business? Someone was like, but I work with like children, like there's Marge, or I work with women or young, I'm like, I get it. I'm going to teach you this acronym that I call D.A.W.G, so you can learn how to access, activate, access, so you can put it into action. So with that said, D.A.W.G, while I get the blackboard up and going, the first D, right, there's 3 parts of the D. 3 Ds, and the first one stands for a dog is direct. Direct, write that down. What is a dog? Direct. Dog is extremely direct. Direct, what does this mean? The opposite of being direct is you kind of beat around the bushes and walk on eggshells, and if there's something to confront, you're like, I'm not going to speak directly to that because I'm afraid. But when you access the dog in you, it means you're like, here's the issue, let me step up to it, and let me be direct in how I face it, let me be direct in how I speak about it, and let me be direct in what's not working in my life, or what's not working in our relationship, or what's not working in your responsibilities in our job. Where in your life today are you not being direct? How many of you in here would say that you're the opposite of direct half the time? Like you're afraid, right? What am I afraid of? What are you afraid of? While I'm doing this, can I get someone from tech to please come get the iPad working, please? Thank you. So, direct means you face, you confront. I want you to write this in your journal. What is one thing in your life today that if you were direct about, it could alter everything? What is that? What is one thing right now, and again, this is going to require you to live by the code, to be real, to get raw, to make it relevant, with the ruthless commitment to results. Now, I'm not just going to teach you this. I want you to write it down. Where are you not being direct right now? Is it with your spouse? Is there something that's going on in your home where you're like, well, this really bugs me? But I'm gonna go talk to Sally over here. I think there's a Sally in here. I'm not talking about you. I'm gonna go talk to my friends over here about what I can't be direct about because I'm too afraid. See, a dog is like, oh, okay, let's just talk about it. And it doesn't mean you have to be angry. Does being direct mean you're angry? No, it just means you're actually very loving. Second D, write this down, is a dog is decisive. A dog is decisive, this mentality. What does decisive mean? Opposite is like, well, you know what? I need 4 years to think about it. I've got all these, I have all the information in front of me. I can see the direct consequences if I go this way. I can see the direct consequences if I go that way. Let me go kick some tires for a few weeks. And they're not decisive because they're afraid. When was the last time that decisiveness or a lack of decisiveness cost you? Think about it. Remember, we were getting ready for a cruise this past year. And I'm the guy that's like, I'll get the tickets. And I look up all the tickets and I'm just a weirdo. I still do my own flights. You know, every guru is like, you need to have your team do it. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do my own flights. So what do? Check it and something comes, okay, I'll come back to it. And 2 weeks go by and a lack of decisiveness was only about, I'm not even gonna tell you. It was a lot. Same thing, bought my wife a car last year. We go to Missouri, we drive up, I buy a car, we leave it there, we go to Utah, and I forget to do the insurance. And then I get this bill that's like, oh, you're actually going to pay about $4,000 for that 1 month that you didn't have insurance. How costly is that? And I'm like, oh, that's on me, because I refuse to be just decisive in what I know I need to do. A dog is like, I got the information, here we go, let's go. Because the dog mentality is like, if I'm direct and clear about what I want, and this is the path, I'm gonna take a step, and if I'm wrong, now I know. Step back and go this way. What would it take for you to be decisive in your decision making? What would it take? So direct, decisive, third D, and I love this one. Dominant. Let me work on them handwriting here. Dominant. What does dominant mean? Some of you guys are like, oh, Setema, I don't want to be dominant because I'm a disciple of Christ. Well, I'm a disciple of Christ too. And I had this false mentality that being a disciple of Christ meant I had to be humble. Yes, it does. And being humble meant I had to be weak. The problem with this is that there's an opposition and an adversary, a resistance and an evil force out there that wants you to play small, that wants you to think when you're actually doing the right thing, you're not. And there's a time when you need to be dominant. There's a time when you need to say, no, I'm not gonna put up with this. I'm done tolerating this in my life. I'm done tolerating this. I don't like this anymore. What would happen if you just started to walk around with this mentality of like, oh, that's too much. You know what, I'll let them have it. I'll let them do it. What happens? Do you get what you want? In your life right now, between these three, direct, decisive, and dominant, which one do you need to be like, I need to do this? Which one? Look at it, because this is a mentality. Some of you guys are like, how do I apply this dog mentality inside of business? Without this, you will never get to the highest level. I promise you that, because you know what? The competition and the other people out there, they have the dog mentality, and they're gonna look at you like, yeah, I'm gonna take this. You can take second place, you can take third place, you can take fourth place, because I'm gonna go get it. Well, how do I apply this as a father? Or as a mother? Really simple. Where do you need to be more direct with yourself about what you want? Where do you need to be more direct with your children about agreements inside of the home versus expectations? Where can you be more decisive? How many times have you ever had kids ask you a question? Hey, Mom, can we go do this? And you're like, I'm not sure, maybe later. Hey, can I have this, Mom? I'm not sure. Let's talk about it later. And you just kick the can down the road. Anyone here do that? And instead of being decisive, guess what you do? Instead of being direct, guess what you do? You train, you teach, and you educate your children to be what? Just like you. Today is a creator day, which means you are the creator of your life, and you get to go create the life you want, the life that you are living today. The physicality, the depth of relationships, the intimacy and the connection, the way you feel, those results today, who has created it? Who? You have. And you don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed. You don't need to beat yourself up. You don't have to hit yourself with the hammer of guilt and shame if you're like, I don't like my life right now. Sure, you can do the filter thing and my life is perfect, I'm so happy. Then you turn the phone off and you're like, oh, God. Don't guilt and shame yourself. That's the resistance. I ask you, put the hammer down. And let's go create the life you want. Now let's go on to the A, right? Dog mentality, dog mentality. The A, first one is, let me work on this handwriting and this pen. Aggressive. Okay, aggressive. I was just at an event with Ed Milet. Who in here knows Ed Milet? Okay, podcast, book, very, very successful guy financially. And I'm listening to him speak, and he's going off, and he's dropping bombs and like delivering nuggets. And he goes, "There's something that stood out." I was like, "Dude, that's the dog." He goes, "In order to go to another level," he's like, "we had this thing called aggression. We were aggressive," and I'm like, "This guy's reading my mind." To be aggressive means I want that. I'm done with this. I'm tired of this. I'm done lying about how it's okay. And I'm going to go be aggressive because there are forces out there that hold you back. There are people out there that will talk trash and tell you, just like the person did the tiger, you'll learn. So what has you not be aggressive? Write it down. What has you avoid being aggressive? Did someone tell you, you're too aggressive, you're too much? You shouldn't do that. That's a story, by the way. Aggressive. Second part of the dog mentality of this A is assertive. Assertive. Last night we pull up, so we go out to dinner. We have dinner, it was amazing, right? Hanging out with Josh. We go to you guys know the steak guy who does the salt off his fingers like this? He's like, gah. We walk over there, we drive over there. We're like, dude, great dinner. We take some pictures. We're driving back, and we get to the front of the Sahara here, and there's this long line of cars. And the security guy's like this, pointing me to go that way. And Setema's like, no, I'm not going to get in that line. So I pull all the way around. I pull up. I'm like, I'm valeting here. And he goes, oh, you're the valet guy. Go over this way. How many of you would have just sat in your car? Be real. How many of you would have been assertive enough to just pull around all the cars and do what I did? Or how many of you, here's a question, how many of you would have just sat and went in line? Raise your hand, be honest. Yeah. I don't want to look dumb because I don't want to be assertive, because here, you know why you're not assertive? Because you care too much about what other people think. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't look like these guys. I don't want to, everyone's going to look at me. I got news for you, ain't nobody looking at you. They're looking at themselves. I don't want to try to launch a video online and share my heart. What will they think about me? It doesn't work. What has you not be assertive? Write it down. Is it a lack of clarity? What has you not be assertive? You got something? aggressive and assertive for what you want. By default, if you are not aggressive and assertive, if you don't even know what you want, you know what you do? You become passive. Well, passive is, I'm trying to be humble. I got news for you. Humility is not weakness. That's called that you're doing the false humility. You will not build an amazing life of contribution and impact if you do the false humility card. Okay, last one here on this A. And again, this is that thing that my wife likes it half of the time, and then the other half of the time she's a little bit embarrassed, but I don't care. Dog mentality means, oh, that's an ask. Kind of looks like, okay, my coach is gonna be like, you need some handwriting skills. I'm the best handwriter in the world. There we go, ask. Okay, here we go. Ask. What has you not asked? You don't ask, you don't get. And there's someone else who's going to continue to ask while you sit here in the bleachers of life, watching them, getting mad, getting jealous, feeling sorry for yourself, because you refuse to have an aggression inside of you to go get what you want. You refuse to be assertive to get what you want. And you refuse to ask for the thing that you want. What would have you not ask? One of my mentors said, if you knew how short life was, you would not be afraid to make big requests of people. What's the worst thing they could say? No. Oh, but if they're gonna say no, which means the boogeyman's gonna come get me and choke me out. So here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes this time. Again, we're rapid fire today. Look at the yellow, aggressive, assertive, and ask. Why don't you do this? What has you not do this? I want you to identify that. If you didn't get a chance to share last time, we start with you sharing. 3 minutes on the clock, 3, 2, 1, go! Are you all in? Let's go, baby, let's go.
Number one, A stands for agreements. You need to build agreements. An agreement is also like a boundary. See, you get burned out because you say yes, 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 yes. Your body can generate a lot of power. In addition to working out, it leads me to the next one. Every single day, you gotta find time and make time to meditate.